So hi guys, welcome back to Fishing in the UK. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit bait fishing from the beach. So hopefully we'll pick a fish or two up. So these are the baits I've got with us today. I've got some fresh ragworm, nice juicy worms there, and I also have a mackerel, nearly defrosted. That's what I caught from the rocks earlier on in the year, so we'll get that carved up. So this is the rig I'm going to be using today. This is just a 3-hook paternoster rig. I've got some bling on it as well. You don't need the bling on, but you can put it on if you want it on. So, and to the bottom of this I'm going to be using a 5-ounce gripper just to hold in the tide and keep everything in place. There we go. So on these I've got a Cox and Roe size 1 hook. I'm going to bait each one up with a bit of ragworm first, see how we do with that, and then if we don't get anything on the ragworm, I'll bait up with some mackerel as well, or I might put some ragworm on and tip it off with mackerel. Just going to use ragworm on all 3 hooks, see if that gets with anything. If that doesn't, I'll switch to the mackerel. So I'm just going to take the worm, thread it up the hook, just like that. There we go, that's my first bait. You can use a bait needle if you want, with the hooks being quite small. There we go. One more and then I'll get cast out. Oh, that wind's getting up like. There we go. So you can see we've got a nice little roll on. I'm going to try and get it past the end breakers. Maybe it's about 50-60 yards. See if we can pick anything up from there. Right on that breaker there. Excellent stuff. So this is the rod I'm using today. This is the Real Sport Pro AM rod, and the reel I've got on is a Penn long cast 7000. I've got 30-pound braid on. I've got an 80-pound braid leader on because I'm using a 5-ounce weight today. Oh, is that a bite? Oh, here comes the storm. Not looking good. But I'm already out of time, might as well just put up with it. That's brutal, that. Lush. Yeah, we'll ride it out. It looks like there's a bit of a break in the weather over there. I'm glad I didn't go to the pier. Yep, it's going to be a wet day today. Well, that rain's past now. Just spitting a little bit. I think I'll pull my rod in and rebait. Let's reel this and see if we've got anything. Nope, nothing on this time. There comes the rain. So all I done with this was just chop the head and tail off. I left all the guts in. That's fine though. So I'm just going to literally fillet this. Straight down the backbone. One fillet. Check out these guts away. I'm just going to go straight down this backbone here. Back and go back in the sea. So I'm just going to cut these into, just cut them into strips, little chunks just to tip it off. I like the belly as well, that's a good bit. There we go. Then for my next cast I'll just tip off with a couple of little cubes of this. That rain's starting to come down now, like. I'll pop these in my little bait tub. So as you can see, the weather's changed slightly. Oh, that could be a bite. I might just be that breaker there. Yep, looks like it could be in. Come on. Why? If it doesn't come off. Yep, we've got a nice flatty. Come on. Oh, it's just popped up there. There we go. Lovely. Whoop. Lovely flatty there. I'll put them in my box and I'll show you. There we go. Decent sized flatty there. And that was on ragworm. Absolutely buzzing. Whoop. Excellent. So we'll get him chucked back. So he won't catch a couple more. He's wild. So it's almost high tide now. I haven't had a bite all the way up. Weather's been absolutely minging. Hopefully now that it's settled a bit, might get another flatty or something. Looks like we're in my stomach. Yep, a little flounder. There we go, there's another one. Nicely hooked. Come on. There we go. Yep. Lively little bugger. There we go, there's another one. Slightly smaller than the last one. Whoop. Whoop, just trying to swim off. There we go. Excellent, we'll get him chucked back, see if we can catch another one. There we go. Off he goes. Yep, another flatty, I think. Tiny little one. Look at the size of this. Okay, what is that? Absolutely tiny. Get him chucked back. Off he goes. So that's not what we're after. A nice little collie there. We'll get him and hook, get him chucked back. Off he goes. So I've had a canny day here on the beach. We've had a couple of flatties, fished the tide from low all the way to high. Didn't blank, so that's always a bonus. So if you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you soon.